All right, let's talk about a superpower that's it's pretty much invisible. It has nothing to do with what you say and everything to do with what you don't say. We're diving into the mind of the silent strategist.
So when you think about that question, seriously, who pops into your head? Is it the loudest person? The one with the big title on their business card? Yeah, we're all kind of trained to spot the obvious signs of power, right?
But what if we're looking in all the wrong places? What if the real power isn't about making noise, but about listening? See, that's what we're getting into today, the psychology of that quiet person in the corner, the silent strategist who's playing a whole different game than everyone else.
Okay, first things first, we have to tear down this huge myth. We tend to think silence means weakness, right? Or maybe shyness, a lack of confidence. But what if that's just completely wrong?
I mean, think about it for a second. Every meeting you've ever been in, every party, every family dinner, you can picture this person, can't you? While everyone else is jockeying for the spotlight, trying to get a word in, they're just sitting back, watching, taking it all in.
And here's the thing you have to understand. They are not checked out. They're not disengaged. They're collecting data. Their silence is actually a strategic weapon. It lets them see the entire chessboard while everyone else is just laser focused on their own single piece.
And that just reframes everything, doesn't it? The quiet person isn't passive at all. They're an active analyst. They are studying behavior, picking up on cues, and understanding the dynamics of the room on a level that honestly most people are completely oblivious to. Think of it like a poker game, right? You've got the amateur player, they're loud, aggressive, they're trying to show confidence. But then you have the pro, the observer. They're quiet. They're not just focused on the cards in their hand. No, they're reading the whole table. They're watching for tells, analyzing every single player, because they're not just trying to win the hand, they're there to win the whole game.
So the big question is, how do they actually do it? Let's break down their toolkit. And it all starts with their primary power, the ability to really read the room. It's a skill that psychologists call hyper-observation. Here's how it works. While everyone else is scrambling in their own heads, thinking about what witty thing they're going to say next, the observer's mind is clear. It's free. They're not getting bogged down by the noise of their own ego, and that lets them see what's actually happening.
And man, this gives them a huge strategic advantage. They're the ones who catch that tiny flicker of an eye, that subtle crack in someone's voice. They start to see the patterns, the hidden agendas, the insecurities that just fly over everyone else's heads. You know, they're seeing that secret alliance forming over in the corner while the loud argument is distracting everyone else in the middle of the room.
But look, this isn't just about passively taking things in. All that observation, it builds into something much more powerful, active control. See, silent strategists don't just read the room, they can actually influence it, a lot of times without even saying a word.
One of their most powerful tools is something called the psychological vacuum. Think about it. Most people get super uncomfortable with silence. They just have to fill it. So by just staying quiet, the observer creates this pressure. It makes other people feel like they have to keep talking, and when they do, they often reveal way more than they ever meant to. It's basically a genius interrogation technique.
Then there's another tool in their belt, cognitive inhibition. You can think of it as the superpower of the pause. Instead of just having a knee-jerk emotional reaction, the observer actually processes. It's the huge difference between, say, lashing out when someone provokes you and taking that one extra beat to choose a calm, calculated response that totally disarms them. They're thinking, not just feeling.
And this is what makes them so incredibly hard to manipulate. You can't bait them into an argument. You can't trigger an emotional outburst. They stay calm, they stay unpredictable, because they are in complete control of their own reactions. And sometimes silence is a shield. It's what we could call a detachment response. So when an observer goes completely silent in the middle of some toxic argument or chaos, it is not them surrendering. It's a conscious choice. It's them drawing a boundary that says, nope, your drama has zero power over me.
At that moment, they've emotionally checked out. They've looked at the situation and decided, you know what, this game isn't worth my energy. And by simply refusing to play, they have already won. They can stand back and watch the chaos unfold without letting any of it get to them. And that is the ultimate active control and self-preservation.
And finally, we get to what happens when they do speak. It's called intentional speaking. Because the observer speaks so rarely, when they do decide to say something, their words have this incredible weight. Everybody in the room stops. They lean in. They listen. They don't do filler. They don't waste words. They wait for that perfect moment, that perfect opening. to drop one single, precise, powerful thought that can pivot the entire conversation. It's all about precision over noise.
So what does all this mean for you, personally? Well, if you're that quiet person, if you've ever been in a room and felt like you had to be louder just to be seen as strong, then you're really going to want to hear this.
Listen, do not ever let anyone convince you that your nature is some kind of weakness. Your power doesn't come from being the center of attention. It comes from the shadows, where you can see the reality that all the people performing on stage are completely blind to.
Let's be absolutely clear about this. Your silence isn't empty. It's full. It's full of observation, it's full of calculation, it's full of strategy. It is your single greatest, most underestimated advantage. You need to own that.
So I'm going to leave you with this challenge. The next time you find yourself in a room, fight that urge to just fill the silence. Instead, try leaning into it. Just watch, listen, and pay attention to what you've been missing all this time. You'd be surprised what secrets a room will tell you when you finally decide to listen.